Ever wondered why women seem so complex and hard to understand? Today, we'll delve into 13 common weaknesses that all women share. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't about exploiting these vulnerabilities. Instead, it's about understanding them to foster healthier, more fulfilling relationships. By grasping these weaknesses, we can appreciate the intricacies of the female psyche and navigate our relationships with greater empathy and understanding. So are you ready to dive into the 13 weaknesses of all women? Firstly, women are often more emotion-driven than men. This isn't inherently a bad thing, mind you. Emotions are the vibrant colors on the canvas of our lives, making every experience feel more intense, more personal. However, when decisions are made based on emotions, the water can get a bit murky. You see, emotions are fleeting. They change like the wind. One moment you're on cloud nine, the next you're down in the dumps. So when a woman makes a decision based on her current emotional state, it could lead to inconsistent outcomes. This is because the decision was not grounded in logic, but rather in the shifting sands of emotions. This can sometimes cloud their judgment, making it difficult for them to make the best decision in a given situation. Yet we must remember, this emotional nature also makes them empathetic and caring. Their emotions allow them to connect with others on a deep, meaningful level. And secondly, many women harbor a fear of aging. It's a concern deeply rooted in societal expectations and pressures. Society often portrays youth as the epitome of beauty, pushing the narrative that as the years go by, attractiveness diminishes. This can create a sense of urgency, a race against time, leading to a heightened sense of insecurity and stress. The cosmetics industry thrives on this fear, marketing products that promise to delay or even reverse the signs of aging. Yet this fear can overshadow the truth that each passing year is a testament to a woman's journey, her triumphs, her battles, and her growth. The worry of wrinkles and grey hairs can drown out the celebration of wisdom and experience gained. It is crucial to remember that each stage of life holds its own beauty and value. After all, a well-aged wine is much more savoured than a fresh grape juice. Yet with age comes wisdom and experience, which are invaluable. Thirdly, women often seek external validation. This is a common tendency not just in women but in everyone. We all want to be recognized and appreciated, and there's no shame in that. However, it becomes a weakness when this need for external validation starts to overshadow one's self-worth. Women often look for approval from others, be it their peers, their partners, or society at large. They may judge their worth based on the praise they receive, the likes on their social media posts, or the compliments they get. This quest for validation can sometimes affect their self-confidence, making them question their worth when they don't receive the approval they're seeking. This constant need for validation can be exhausting, and it can prevent women from appreciating their true value. It's important to understand that validation should not be a measure of self-worth. Your worth is not determined by how others perceive you. Remember, validation should come from within, not from others. Fourthly, women tend to be overcritical, especially of themselves. This trait is a double-edged sword, you see. It pushes them to strive for excellence, but it can also lead to undue stress and a damaging self-image. An overcritical nature can manifest in many ways. It might be seen in the pursuit of an unattainable ideal in their professional lives, or it might show up as an endless quest for physical perfection. This tendency to be overcritical often stems from high personal standards, and while these standards can drive success, they can also foster a destructive cycle of self-doubt and insecurity. It can be a complex struggle, a constant tug-of-war between ambition and self-esteem. But let's not forget, this critical nature can also be a strength. It pushes them to improve, to refine, to perfect. It's what drives them to never settle for mediocrity, to constantly seek growth. However, being critical also means they strive for perfection. Fifthly, women often fear rejection. This fear, deeply rooted in the human psyche, can become a formidable barrier, stifling personal growth and hindering the pursuit of happiness. It can be seen in various situations, be it in the workplace, personal relationships, or even casual social interactions. It can prevent women from taking risks, stepping out of their comfort zone, or expressing their feelings and needs openly. This fear of rejection can lead to an unhealthy pattern of behavior, always playing it safe, avoiding conflict, and suppressing one's own desires. It can lead to missed opportunities, unfulfilled potential, and a life lived in the shadows of what could have been. However, it's crucial to remember that rejection is not a reflection of one's worth, but rather a part of life's unpredictable journey. It's an opportunity for growth, self-reflection, and resilience building. We should embrace it, learn from it, and move forward stronger. Rejection is a part of life and should not be feared. Before we dive into the remaining weaknesses, please hit subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave us a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Now on to the first weakness, sensitivity to criticism. This is not exclusive to women, but it is a common trait. No one likes to be criticized, but women often have a harder time dealing with it. It's not a flaw, but a testament to their commitment to doing things well. Next, the tendency to compare. It's human nature to compare ourselves to others. Women, however, are often more prone to this. They compare looks, careers, relationships, and so much more. It's not a sign of insecurity, but of a desire to be the best they can be. Then there's the fear of loneliness. This goes beyond just not wanting to be alone. It's about wanting to connect, to share, to love and be loved. It's a beautiful weakness, showing their capacity for deep emotional connections. Moving on, the desire for security. This isn't just about financial security, though that's part of it. It's also about emotional security, feeling safe and loved. This desire drives women to seek stable relationships and environments, showing their depth of care for themselves and others. Up next is the need for control. This isn't about being controlling, but about wanting to have a handle on their lives. It's a sign of their strength and determination, their refusal to be passive spectators in their own lives. Then we have the fear of confrontation. This isn't about being weak or avoiding conflict. It's about preferring harmony, about wanting to maintain relationships rather than risking them. It's a sign of their consideration for others. Almost there, the tendency to overthink. This isn't about being indecisive, but about wanting to make the right choices. It's a sign of their commitment to doing what's best, even if it means agonizing over a decision. Finally, the fear of failure. This isn't just about not wanting to fail, it's about the pressure to succeed, to meet expectations. It's a sign of their ambition, their desire to excel and make a difference. These weaknesses aren't flaws, but aspects that make women human and relatable. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you. So, we've discussed the 13 weaknesses of all women. We've journeyed through the emotional landscape that is often tied to the female experience, recognizing that women, like all humans, are often driven by their emotions. We've unearthed the fear of aging that society has, unfortunately, ingrained in many women, a fear that can sometimes overshadow their self-esteem and sense of worth. We've delved into the need for validation, a common human trait that often seems amplified in women due to societal pressures and expectations. We've touched upon the tendency of women to be overcritical of themselves, a weakness that can lead to self-doubt and hinder their ability to recognize their own strengths and achievements. We've also acknowledged the fear of rejection, a universal human fear that can be particularly acute in women, potentially affecting their choices and actions. In addition, we've briefly explored the remaining 7 weaknesses, each with its own complexities and implications. But why, you might ask, have we taken this journey? Why have we sought to understand these weaknesses? The answer is simple, yet profound. By understanding these weaknesses, we do not seek to exploit or belittle, but rather to empathize and relate. We seek to understand so that we can foster better, healthier, and more fulfilling relationships with the women in our lives. Understanding these weaknesses allows us to offer support when needed, to provide reassurance in times of self-doubt, to be patient during periods of emotional upheaval, and to celebrate the strengths that arise from these weaknesses. It allows us to be better partners, better friends, better colleagues, and better human beings. And so as we conclude this journey, let's remember that these weaknesses are not solely the domain of women. They are human weaknesses shared by all of us to varying degrees. They are opportunities for growth, for understanding, and for connection. By understanding these weaknesses, we can empathize better and create stronger bonds with the women in our lives.